3.5 years on, the families of two teenagers killed in a holiday tragedy today heard a gas fitter accept it was his fault. This is the man, 52-year-old George Brown from Akadui near Coleraine, seen here at an earlier court hearing. The tragedy happened in this seaside apartment in August 2010. Aaron Davidson, Neil McFerrin and another teenager came here for a weekend break. They were waiting for exam results. But the holiday at the Castle Rock apartment, which was owned by a relative of one of the teenagers, was to end in tragedy. Unable to make contact with the 18-year-olds, all of their parents came to the village. Inside, a scene of horror. Aaron and Neil were dead, their friend Matthew Gaw seriously ill. The Newtonabbey teenagers had been poisoned by carbon monoxide gas. In the days that followed, George Brown's name was made public. The health and safety executive warned anyone with gas appliances fitted by him to turn them off. His shop in Coleraine was searched. But it wasn't until last January that Brown was charged with 2 counts of manslaughter and 19 other health and safety breaches at properties across the North Coast. Brown was set to contest those charges at a trial due to begin here next week. But today he appeared before a judge to change his plea to guilty on all charges. This case sparked the biggest health and safety investigation of its kind in Northern Ireland.
It's important to note that this is the first case of its kind in Northern Ireland whereby gross negligence manslaughter has been proven for carbon monoxide. It's a tragic event in relation to the deaths of Aaron and Neil, and it hasn't been without its trials and tribulations getting to this stage.
After the short hearing, the families hugged one another but were too emotional to speak. Brown was granted continuing bail. He will be sentenced on the 14th of March. David Maxwell, BBC Newsline, Belfast Crown Court.